Hello, I'm back again, Francis Muhumuchi. Just like always, nobody asked me, I just felt like it. Today's question is, how do we decide, or what do we use as a way of deciding the types of relationships that we have with people and to keep them going? The reason I asked this question is I'm looking at how you could just meet a person after the years that you spent on this earth and just get along with them to a point where you two might end up just best friends. You might have someone in your life that you've always had in a part of your life for a very, very long time, and you just don't get along as well, or you just don't share common interests, or for some weird reason you're just not the kind of person, or they're not the kind of people that you would like to have around you at all times. Then there's also those people that, even though the time that they spend in your life create the biggest impact or affect you in the most way possible. So my question now becomes, what is that factor that makes you decide, that helps you to decide to keep the relationship going? I'm sitting back thinking about the different types of relationships that I have with my friends, with my family, with anyone that I just come across. There's family members who I can spend years without being in the same room, the same vicinity, or even without even communicating with them at all. But then we meet up and it's almost as if we were together just the other day or the day before. So it's things like that that had me questioning this, because there's people who I would spend quite a lot of time with, but it just wouldn't be, I don't know, we just wouldn't gel, so to speak, if I have to put it that way. We have common interests. We might be in the same field. We might have similar interests as well, as in, like, in terms of extramural activities that we do. But for some weird reason, the relationship just feels different. So I'm asking myself, what do we use? Is it social standing? Is it how you met up? Is it the connection that you have between the two? Is it the type of relation that determines all of this? Is this something that we do consciously, or is this something that we do subconsciously? Because I'm thinking back to what has happened in the past few days in my life. And with all of that, it has made me raise these questions. I get along with certain people, regardless of gender, in different ways. I'm thinking back to love interests. I'm thinking back to people I want to party with. I'm thinking back to people I want to take road trips with, people that I want to have intellectual conversations with, people that I just want to sit around, and people that I need around me, depending on the circumstances. Recently had a funeral in the family, more than one actually, but I looked at how I related to some of my family members, and looking at all of that, I started asking myself this question: what would have happened with some of them if, let's say, for example, we had met a few years ago, or we have been a part of each other's lives from a very young age until now? Would we have grown apart? Would we still be together? Or is it just because, well, we're different people and we're meeting each other at different times in our lives? So I've got myself asking this question, and I honestly still don't have an answer, even though I could also just ask myself that very same question. But again, how do we decide the type of relationships that we have, or who to have these relationships with? And again, nobody asked me, I just felt like it.